I wrote a book called Mobilizing the Community to Help Students Succeed, and it was derived from the work we did when I headed the National Urban League in attempting to mobilize communities to motivate children to succeed. And it's been a lot of fun. It came out in July of 2008, and I've been running around the country giving speeches to promote the book ever since. Well, from the research that we did for the book, we found that valuing children matters enormously, celebrating their accomplishments, understanding that communities have a constructive role to play in motivating kids was hugely important. And then the book also contains a bunch of examples from the kinds of things we did at the Urban League, like staging reading contests, holding events to celebrate children who are doing the right thing, creating a community-based honor society for kids who earn B averages or better. So it's both a collection of, or compendium of research on why motivation is important, but then examples of how communities can work with school districts to actually motivate kids and to celebrate them for achieving. The president's new agenda for education, which he laid out very recently, focuses on expanding literacy-rich early childhood education programs, promoting innovation, attracting stronger teachers to the profession, compensating them better, and promoting innovation in education. I think in addition to all of that, which concentrates on what has to happen in the school and in the classroom, we also need to engage parents deeply in promoting achievement for their children and helping the kids to learn. And secondly, we've got to get communities into the game, supplementing what the schools do and helping to create a gestalt of achievement or a culture of achievement in the community. And that's what my book focuses on, and that's something that I hope the president will concentrate on as well. I don't expect the federal government to fund these kinds of activities, but the federal government certainly could encourage the kinds of activities because it is a complement to what has to happen in the classroom. Well, being the CEO of the National Urban League was the job of a lifetime, and I often thank my lucky stars that I'd gone to a great liberal arts college. I went to Amherst College because everything I learned in the liberal arts college was useful to me as the CEO. We had financial challenges. We had to put the organization through a very tough downsize. In fact, we had more than 40% of our staff leave at one point. We did it all at once because we had to get the budget within balance. We had to develop an articulation of the vision for the National Urban League movement for the 21st century. We had 100 and some odd affiliates around the country. They were always asking me to come out and give speeches and talk to their business leaders. And in addition to that, I had to work on the national profile of the organization, so I spent a lot of time on national television doing the O'Reilly Factor and Crossfire and the Charlie Rose Show. And so in many respects, you lead a multi-schizoid existence where you are running something, but you're also the national face of the organization. You're trying to figure out how to influence national policy while also paying the bills. And that's why I say everything I learned in liberal arts was germane to my daily job. Well, the focus of the course is on the life cycle of neighborhoods and on the efforts in the last 20 years, 25 years to rejuvenate a number of neighborhoods that had fallen upon hard times. I've been interested in this subject for many years because early in my career, I conducted evaluations of community development corporations around the country that were involved in this kind of work. And I've been involved with cities and minorities for many, many years. So I've always been interested in what are the forces that drive neighborhoods into decline, and what are the circumstances and strategies that contribute to their recovery? What are the policy impediments to doing that? What are the roles of various layers of government, of community-based organizations, of individual citizens? And what is the importance, that sort of indispensable pulse that you have to find in these communities? A lot of people try to write off these communities, and for some there is not much of a future. But for others, there's a pulse beating somewhere, and if you can help that pulse get stronger through the creation of community organizations and public and foundation support, there's a chance that they can lead a revival. And one of the greatest examples is what's happened to the South Bronx, which was written off as dead in the mid-70s, but has come back very strong ever since.